I'm a man who discovered
Noisy business.
Keep it down.
It's just good
you noisy
business.
Please, let this work.
Hey!
Is that noisy business? The one and only.
That's noisy business!
Yeah. Hey, can you turn your music down, please? Because I'm having a really hard time.
It's the Noisy Business Podcast. Yeah,
Is that our... Wow.
We're not recording it.
Hey guys, welcome to the Noisy Business Podcast. We're two comedians here in San Diego that are planning on talking about anything between comedy and our experiences with that, and interviewing other comedians, talking about anything between that. And
If we don't
actually book
there.
comedians, we're gonna just talk to each other.
That's right. Because I love talking to you.
I love talking to you too. And sitting with me right here is Sean, the main man.
Oh, hi.
I'm Brayton, and we're just gonna, just lay back and talk about whatever topics that are coming up for the day. Today's actually a cool day, which is you might not know. I might give you a little history lesson. We're actually enjoying a cocktail that is specifically for today. It's the Black Tot Day.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers to you, sir. This is a good time.
It is a delicious cocktail that Brayton just shook up fresh for us in his kitchen.
I got this from a Coors and Rum recipe. The actual cocktail is called Nelson's Blood, but Black Tot Day actually signifies the date of when the the British Navy decided not to have rum anymore.
So
They have outlawed it.
right. It's a weird thing to
celebrate
almost
by
celebrate.
drinking rum?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, all year you don't drink
I
rum
think
until that day.
It was
so
the
makes sense.
British common folk that were like, yay, like, we had a good run,
Which-
so we're gonna be drinking the rum now.
So
Like,
that's what it's gonna be. So yeah, apparently drinking rum in the British Navy was such a huge deal that they did it for.
I want to say
I can't even
at
remember.
least 100 years.
It's got to be. How long has rum been around?
How long has rum been around?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
sure the internet would
because
tell us.
rum is based on sugars breaking down, and really sugar and alcohol coming together didn't really come around till the Europeans were starting to get into the Caribbean, where there was sugarcane and that kind of climate where they could get their hands on those kinds of ingredients. So I can only use my logic and say that it was the late 1500s, maybe early to mid 1600s.
That's true. So they started So rum was actually introduced in the Royal Navy in 1655.
Ooh, so mid. Yeah, all right.
Boy, so yeah, so it was
So
about.
I was just about right on the money by the time it got.
It's about 300 years before they actually eliminated
Because it was
rum.
the 70s.
1970 was when they
Dang.
when daily rum rations
Daily.
rum rations
Dude,
were
you guys-
then outlawed.
That means that if you're listening
sign
to this,
me up, boys.
If
Yo, I'm going. I don't.
no, that was great. British boy impression. Good job. It's a lot better than the last one that you
This
did.
episode is going to be severely influenced by British impressions. So guys, buckle up, eh? On the other side of the seat because they drive weird over there.
I was gonna say how crazy it is because I mean our parents were born before the 70s, so imagine if
Oh, I thought you were going to say the 1600s. I'm like, I don't know about you.
well,
but my
no.
mom's a witch. They didn't catch them all. Suck it, Salem.
it's like how crazy is that? Like just one generation displaced, and you could on the job if you were in the British seaman service, you could be enjoying rum.
That probably had to be the easiest recruiting tool ever.
Oh yeah.
Do you want rum every day?
Would you like some rum?
I would love some.
But do I get to wear some cute knickers as well?
You might be able to. Also,
He's
you
like,
might die in a war. We are in the middle of our colonial empire, and we are going to kill a lot, and you might die. But we're going to give you a rum every day, and you might be able to suck on some lemons.
You say rum every day?
That I did, sir. That I did. I think he did.
I mean, imagine, already just the honorable thing and the prestige that goes even today in America, even.
To be in the Navy?
Of enlisting, like, to fight for your country,
all they allow is like kratom now.
Yeah, I know. It's like all they do is like you can drink off base and like maybe do like heroin or something, and that's it.
That's the only two things that's allowed.
Yeah.
As long as you don't do it here, guys.
No, yeah. I mean, I think back then, things were a little loosey-goosey anyway. So.
I believe that was the term, yes. Listen, I didn't want to bring it up, but I believe that our morale is a little loosey-goosey.
The men on your ship, sir, are a little too loosey-goosey.
Yeah. Also,
They need to get with it.
I said to button down the hatches, and this knot is a big old loosey-goosey.
Hey, unbuttoned his britches. Dude, yeah. You know what? We're not very educated in British seamanship.
But hey, I'm glad that that our colonial podcasting listeners are getting a little bit of theirs today.
Yeah, our colonial British demographic has been complaining a lot lately. So
They've been writing letters.
They've been waiting. They knew Black Tot was coming up.
They're
so.
like, guys, you got to talk about it.
Also,
But I was gonna just a real quick little story about this. I know we've probably been talking about it a little bit too long, but
the history of it.
The drink that we're having is called Captain Nelson.
right.
And
Who is
Captain
that?
Nelson actually died at sea, and they were required to bring the body back to England. But the problem was they were too far out that the body wasn't going to last that long. So they put it into a cask of rum.
Oh.
And they apparently the voyage lasted even longer than they had anticipated.
Sorry, is this Lord Nelson, the same one that the characters in the character of Master and Commander played by Russell Crowe? Captain Jack Aubrey is a fictional character in a series of books, but I'm pretty sure they are taking some of the stories from the famous Lord Nelson.
I do not know, and I do not believe so.
So
because in this story,
know either.
they pickled him in a cask of rum, and they apparently the voyage lasted even longer, and they're like, let's bust this bitch open.
Oh,
Like so they corked open the casket of rum, drank it, and by the time that they came to England, it was empty. The pickled body was still there, and so now there's also a sea shanty called "Drop of Nelson's Blood," and one of the lyrics is "Drop of Nelson's blood won't do us any harm," and so apparently all of them are still alive today.
wow.
Yeah. They're all dead. Come on, guys.
They're all dead. Get with it. Get with it.
Get with it, guys. The other thing about today, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but it's National Avocado Day. If you're,
It needs to be said.
it must be.
If there's one thing that Noisy Business podcast
We talk
stands
about colonial
behind,
sailors and avocados.
Avocados.
Those are big niches that we're trying to weasel our way
No,
into.
I remember years ago when I approached Brayton first with this idea for
With an
doing a
avocado, by
podcast,
the way.
It was representing an olive branch because I didn't have an olive branch. I didn't know where that was, but
And you had 2 avocados.
But I just come from Albertson's produce area, and so I just had come and I said, "Listen, this is a avocado, but if we do a podcast together, we need to talk about this."
Yeah, I was like, when is
Yeah.
National Avocado Day? And you're like,
July
well,
31st.
July 31st.
Same as
of
Black
every
Tot
year.
Day, and you said Black Tot Day. I was like, yeah, it's the day where we celebrate like little African American children, I think.
And I said, you're on the money.
Oh, yeah. So here we are.
And I was like, we need to celebrate them every day. I don't know why you got to be racist about it and just narrow it down to one.
Anyway,
But
here's
Tots
the.
are
But
great.
I mean, I know the bone to pick segment is separate.
Yes.
Also, but this is my one quarrel I have with avocados is that they're about ripe for about 18 minutes, and that's about it. They do not last long.
They have a
at
long
all.
window. Or not a long
No,
window.
not a long window.
A short
at all.
window.
Yeah, they're very short.
Not unlike my wife's patience with me.
Oh, okay.
That only lasts so long.
Are you
know?
okay?
I mean, things are fine.
Okay.
You know? I mean, we don't bring up your stuff.
Oh, like
But I
you
mean,
don't
it's
like
only
how
fine.
like my erection can't last 18 minutes?
Oh, is that why your wife isn't happy with you either?
Oh, that's just one of the many reasons.
Wait, 18 minutes. That feels like it's time to bring in our first sponsor.
Well, I think already?
No. No one would want. No one wants our podcast.
Nobody.
No one wants to listen to our podcast, let alone sponsor it. But hey, guys, I'm pretty sure dick pill companies are pretty liberal with who they sponsor. So
Yeah, Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, hit us up, you guys.
yeah, slide in our DMs.
That's right.
Why don't you?
So we can slide in our wives.
we can't-
VMs. Wait.
The Vims.
Sorry. I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah, but Yeah, dude. So last week we had a pretty good time. Just talking about what today was, what's going on in the past. We had a fun little time over at it was called the Disturb Festival.
Disturb Festival, yep, in Chula Vista.
Wait, no, Disrupt Festival. Disturb
Festival
is
something that
happening later, and Slipknot's playing.
Okay, so the Rockstar Disrupt Festival. See, now we're not going to get the paycheck. Gosh damn.
I'm sorry, Rockstar.
It's like we're not going to be.
I'm also sorry,
We're not going to
Disturb.
be endorsed by Rockstar
Or Disturb.
You know what? I don't think Rockstar's even the Disrupt festival's even sponsored by Rockstar because they ran out of energy.
They
drinks.
ran out of.
They had a little
how do you
booth.
How do you sponsor an entire tour?
Yeah.
Let alone event and run out of your product?
That's right. And it wasn't even the last day on the tour either.
You think that we probably should have read the fine print? It just said, "We have Rockstar." We're
The
just
singer from Atreyu.
yeah.
We also have some Rockstar beverages.
Like, oh, hey, we have all these bands and plus whatever these bands brought.
the band said to BYORS.
PIORS. And when you go to those kind of events, you do some tailgating.
That's right.
Which is pretty
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
That's a pretty fun thing to do.
There's some fun things that we did for the first time.
And Sean had partaken of his first. This was a little trial by fire, but he had his first shotgun of a beer.
Yep, it was a crispy cold Coors Light.
What else are you gonna?
And I have to. I
Shut
do have
down,
to. I have
my
to say that it's kind of weird that it was my first shotgun at the age, because usually when people are shotgunning like a Coors Light, a Bud Light, it's whenever you are younger, you are a little, have less regard to your.
Yeah, about 6 years old.
I was 16.
See, okay.
But you know what I mean, though. Like,
I don't
it's
know when your
usually-
uncle took you to the park, but
he took me
it
lots
was
of
around
places.
6. Oh,
He
really?
took me.
Oh,
lots of places.
he took you in lots of places, or he took you to lots of places?
He took me to lots of
Or a
places
little
to
bit of
be
both?
in several places.
Well,
Anyway.
C'est la vie. When did uncles get such a bad rap? Probably when they started touching kids.
I love my uncle. He's got a very gentle touch.
He's got such smooth hands. Probably from all the shotgunning of beers. The
No, but it's just
so we
so it wasn't your first time though, because you
it wasn't
did
the first
one.
yeah, it wasn't the first time for
Oh.
me, but I wanted to kind of commemorate it and do it along with you.
Right.
We also
Well, it
had
wasn't
our-
by myself.
we-
It was Nathan. Was
we also
leading
had
the
our buddy
charge.
there who
The
there's
party
some-
dog,
There's
bulldog.
there's some people that have a thing, and his thing is shotgunning beers.
That's right.
Like that's what he does. That's what he knows how to do, and he'll do it any day of the week, anytime. Anyone, if you have a can of soda or just a can that you're able to pierce real quickly and throw it back, he'll be down.
He'd probably be
that's
down.
the thing. Like some people have book reading, chess, or heroin. He's got chugging beer.
Shotgunning beers, just
Shotgunning
like
beer.
drinking beers at an
No one does it
alarming
better.
rate.
An alarm.
Okay, that's the thing. Is that the faster you drink it,
How would you rate it?
the fuller you get. So okay, my thing is that I had kind of avoided it for so long because I figured that just if you're drinking a beer that fast, that much fluid going into your stomach, you're just gonna feel full really quick. And I was about right.
Yeah.
And it's not very comfortable from going from a
What do you say that you're going that throwing 12 ounces down your gullet isn't
Like in-
the most
in probably less than 10
comfortable
seconds
thing to
for
do?
sure. No, it's too much. My body wasn't used to it, and so I would probably give it a soft 3 out of 10.
Oh, I hate soft threes. The thing about it as well, and this is just kind of coming from someone who watches a lot of this when following Nathan on Instagram.
Okay.
It was such a vanilla shotgunning of it. It was just like let me take you over here, and he
was holding my hand too much?
He was it was a little extra, but he's like, well, let us find the bubble, and you're like, it's gonna be right here, and then all of a sudden. You got it. Where I believe shotgunning a beer is where you just pierce it anywhere you can, let it just blast off in your
That's
face,
right.
and then just get as much as you can in your mouth. It was like we were trying to save the precious Coors into a little like vehicle of now we release. And then it was just a glug.
That's right.
And it took, I feel like, the shotgun part of out of actually having it.
So it was like a
was
water.
just
It was
so
like a water
plain
pistol.
Jane
It was a
Vanessa.
water pistoling a beer.
It would be basically like someone like if Coors himself was just urinated into your mouth.
Hey,
but it
that's-
was cold.
Coors
The
is
mountains were blue.
Coors is the banquet beer, sir. How dare you?
The banquet beer.
The banquet beer. That's what they are.
What were
Have
we
you
having?
not seen the advertisements? It like shows like, you know, some B-roll of the Rockies and maybe like a wild horse running through the snow, and it says
Coors, the banquet beer. The banquet.
you guys actually, if you're listening to
Coors,
this, I
when
know
you
that
have
sounded
no
good. I
other
just heard it in the
choice.
headphone, and you guys, that was
Some silky smooth.
that was good.
If Coors ever wants to get on,
Hit me up.
with Viagra and who else? Do we got in line?
sponsor the Noisy Business
Yeah.
podcast in general, dude.
Dude.
Coors, hit us up.
Coors, come on.
Nathan will drink it.
You think you can get
So-
this kind of a voice with that? Coors for shotgunning at tailgate parties for white boys that are trying to be a little cooler than they think they are.
That's right. So anyway,
Coors
shotgunning
will,
beers is
Coors
not
will
that
hold you down with our flavor.
I'm enjoying this voice.
I know you're
This
doing
is
pretty
fun.
good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It sounds good, and you sound just as good, if not better, than me.
Uh,
So now I lost my job. Thanks.
Coors, glug 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 glug.
Oh, you know what? You know what is very funny about Coors and popularized beers in America, like American beers compared to the rest of the world.
I can't think
Like,
of anything.
No,
yeah.
okay.
But
so,
yeah, sure.
So anyway, you know what? So this is what the Australians say. The Australians say that American beer
Classic
is like having sex in a canoe. It's pretty fucking close to water. That wasn't a good Australian accent, but the joke landed. The joke landed.
it was fine. You could do better.
I could. Well, I should have practiced.
Yeah,
that.
I do.
I didn't know that one was gonna come out. But.
Coors, when you can't think of anything else to say, just throw it down.
So that was a fun thing that we did this week. But
Who was your favorite band that you saw? Because it was
Sum
kind
41.
It was all like.
It's nice to see some people getting real old.
But they didn't. They didn't. They sounded the best though out of the whole
They
show.
did. They had a really good sound to them, and the used was fine.
They were pretty.
Yeah, guys, check out the lineup.
Preachy and whiny a little.
Keep
bit.
them. Yeah, they're all right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I think everybody that
it was
was there did agree on that day that Sum 41 sounded the best.
It was really good. They
And
got a
also
new
when you're
album,
when you're a few
Check 'em
beers
out.
in and you remember those old jams coming out like In Too Deep and Fat Lip and
Yeah, that it was super fun to watch them, and
Oh,
I was glad I went.
they put on a great show.
and did it.
There's a reason they're still around. They're getting old, but there's a reason they're still around.
Speaking of witches and music,
Thank goodness.
we're going to be
finally.
talking about the record-breaking Old Town Road has now broken a record. This
The Old Town Road, the single on the radio
this
right now.
monstrosity
This monstrosity.
has broken it, and Mariah Carey passes the torch to Lil Nas with the Old Town Road, where it breaks the record. Apparently, it's the longest lasting, or however many plays. Mariah Carey has been on there for so long.
Wait, so what was Mariah Carey's most popular song that was dethroned recently?
So apparently, the previous record was held by One Sweet Day, Mariah Carey's 1995 collaboration with Boyz II Men.
1995.
1995, that's how long it's been. And
Wow.
Danny Yankee's Despacito, which spent 17 weeks atop of the charts in 2017. And now the Old Town Road so it's the longest that it's been number one.
Right. How many weeks is it at there?
17 or 18.
It's the longest now.
Yeah, it's the most weeks that it's
That's
been
a lot of weeks, and I do have to say that I think the song is better,
than anything Mariah Carey's put out.
or the Despacito song. It's better.
Old Town Road.
There's so many different like versions and stuff of it though. It's
no, but that's not him.
no, but I'm just saying like
Old Town Road sounds like it was written in 15 minutes. Like he was in his bathroom just thinking about it. I can manipulate the entire country fan base into listening to this.
That's the thing
Like, I
is
can
that it's at number one because it's roping people in sorry, that was a pun. I think it was sorry.
Lasso may have been a little
stop.
too Lasso may have been a little too on the nose there. I'm glad you went with roping it in. That's nice.
Because it's got people from the hip hop demographic and the country.
Yeah, I wasn't like the
Scene,
main
you know?
reason why it became so famous was because it was getting played on country stations and people were like,
Because of
and Billboard was like, this isn't country, this is rap.
Billboard, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus saved it and brought it back to life.
I
don't even know.
I don't know. I don't know anything else by Lil
It
Nas.
is the most bottom of the barrel type of music that you've ever listened to. The lyrics sound like it's straight up out of a Guy Ritchie poor dialogue film. He's like, "Oi, listen here."
So you're ripping on the most popular
Oh,
song
listen here.
on radio ever? You're
Listen here,
taking a
I'm gonna be-
hard stance on this one.
Listen, I'm gonna be riding on my tractor, flailing on my bladder. I'm gonna sleep with your baby. You can just go and ask her.
All right.
What?
All right. Well, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna basically disagree.
No,
on this one.
no,
I'm gonna
I don't know how you
respectfully
can.
disagree.
I don't know how you
but
can. This
but
is-
because
Stupid. Because first
no,
off,
it's because the original song isn't as bad as you're saying, but also
it is so
because it's so popular, it's gotten so much attention that all these other bands are coming in and they're doing their own spin on it, like Walk Off the Earth and Our Last Night. Like these really popular cover bands are coming in and they're like reinterpreting
Doing
it
even
in
better
their own
versions
sound.
of it?
It sounds really cool.
Yeah, that
and
means-
it's not the best song ever, and I don't know if I
No.
would say it deserves
The-
to be at number one for that long. But I'm just
the
saying
lyrics
it's fun
kill it for me.
for radio music.
Oh, it's
do you even listen to
Listen,
what else is
I
on the
cheated-
radio though?
I cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. What a dick. He's gonna first off cheat on his baby.
Also not rhyme.
He's gonna cheat on his baby, and it's like, hey, I cheated on you, and guess what? I'm also now gonna refer people to you to verify that that I did this. The last thing you need in your life is me cheating on you, and also I'm gonna send people to verify my incongruity in my
E-Verify.
E-Verify. Like, hey, I cheated on my girl. Really? I'm gonna have to check with her on that. I don't believe you. You're an upstanding gentleman.
Oh, no.
You're an upstanding gentleman. You're on your
Okay.
tractor all day leaning on your bladder.
Oof.
A man who loves boobies as much as you?
I would have never.
You love bull riding and boobies and being faithful. I'm gonna have to check with your girl.
Sorry, faithful?
Faithful.
Faithful. Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot that middle F.
Have you not looked up the lyrics to this? I memorized them.
The verses I'm a little less familiar with.
Oh, it's a treat.
I have listened to the whole thing though.
It's
so.
a treat in
No,
agony.
you know what? You know what? Actually, song that I have a really guilty pleasure for right now. You might need to look it up because I
Oh,
don't know.
Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls?
Dude, always.
Yeah, that's your
always. Dude, I love bands that are all females that are basically writing songs to sell lingerie. That's pretty much why that band was put together. Did you know that?
Well, with the name the Pussycat Dolls, yes, I would say it's believable.
It's not too far fetched for you.
It's not too
No,
hard. And as
is
someone
that-
who
no,
owns all 5 of their albums
Who sings Sunflower?
and 3 of their lingerie lines,
Yeah, we all do. Let's be honest. Who sings Sunflower with Post Malone? Do you know that song? It was like the main song on the Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. And dude, that song, whenever it comes on, I just find myself just like feeling like a young kid, just like getting down to it. I bob my head, dude. I can't get enough of that song. And the cool thing is that song is like just under 2.5 minutes, so it's not like it's too repetitive. And they actually do some like singing on it,
Yeah.
even though it is like
I'm a fan
auto-tune
of
and
Post
stuff.
Malone.
What's
it's kind of generic. But,
who sings it with this guy?
his name is
collaborated
Who
before.
Cares?
Oh,
No, let's see. I'm not making a lot of friends today. Ooh, yeah, nice little slurp into the mic.
yeah. I'm gonna do some ASMR, you guys. Hi, you guys. I'm gonna be doing some ASMR. I don't know what that means, but Braden's gonna be looking up something about Post Malone.
Pretty sure it's supposed to turn people on.
Yeah. Are you feeling sexy yet? All right. Here's what the mouth feels like, you guys.
Swaley. I'm sorry, guys. I should have been faster. Swaley was the guy who was on Sunflower with
Swaley.
Swaley. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how a white guy does. That's how a white guy says it.
How could we forget?
Oh, the old the old
I love
Sway
you
Lee.
too much. Man, that
When
song is
I'm
good.
when I'm thinking about the songs of yesteryear, I like to think of Coors and songs by Sway Lee and Lil Nas.
Okay. Just
I-
a little bit of
When I'm needing to go down the old town.
See, thank you. God just smited you straight up for disrespecting your country and Lil Nas.
I'm so
Same bad
sorry.
impression.
I'm so sorry. Move. I don't feel like a winner right now, but you know who does feel like a winner?
Oh, good transition.
I'm nailing it, guys. We're gonna get that freaking Vi sponsorships as soon as we can.
What is it? Oh, I'm excited.
So Fortnite just paid out $3 million
Oh,
to a 16-year-old winner. Or
Wow.
wait, no, I think the overall prize pool was
For-
$3 million, and he got like $1 million. The 16-year-old won this Fortnite.
so he is rolling in
championship. Oh, he is,
Dude,
rolling
I would do
in it.
so many irresponsible things with that much
At
cash.
16, $1 million that
right.
your parents can't
right.
take.
16 years old. I couldn't even use the toilet yet.
You couldn't even your uncle was just taking you to the parks and leading you to bushes, and that's when you would let it go.
That's not when he led me to bushes, but not to go to the bathroom.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
we don't
but-
need to get into that.
No, we
That's
don't.
what therapy's for.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, we don't need to get into that right now. It won't fit.
That's that. Papa, where are you?
Well, and he said it was his birthday, so
It always
Family
seemed
first.
to happen weekly.
why are we talking
What
about
are
my
weekly
uncle?
birthdays?
Did your uncles not touch you? Did your uncles not give you enough attention that
You
you
should
needed?
only have two.
You should only
There
have...
was a club of uncles that would pick me up in a van.
Oh,
weekly.
it wasn't my biological. It was like my friend's uncle. Like it was just some buddy's uncle.
It was just
Ew,
a
gross.
uncle.
That's my family.
Like,
They
who
would
wants,
never.
You're an uncle? Take me to the park. 'Cause I haven't gone urine. That's the only place I know where my pants go off.
It's the only place I know.
You have a dark childhood. if I'm
it
being
was like-
completely honest, you got a
It was
dark
like,
childhood.
you know who else has a dark childhood? The Black
Tots.
Black Tots. Thing.
Yeah, but this 16-year-old one. but
It's
the thing
tough
is-
growing up in the urban.
I know. Can you believe?
projects, bruh.
Can you imagine someone who can own a bandwidth that fast? That is crazy. Dude, I feel like the being good at video games passed me. Like as like an EA Sports or an esports thing. Like I can't get into it now, just like I can't get into basketball.
Gotcha. Like you have already passed your development formative years
Yeah.
where you are young enough to where you can still develop a skill for it.
My
but
thumb-eye coordination is not going to be there.
thumb icon. I think you use your whole hand these days.
What? I tell my wife.
I gotta tell my wife, I've been sitting on 4 digits this whole time, unused. This just opened up a lot of
A
potential.
lot of doors. A lot of doors.
potential.
Unfortunately,
No, anyway, so-
unfortunately, not $1 million worth of doors because
because this
dude made it. But you know what I didn't find surprising? That the kid was 16 years old that won this. Like
I
would,
think that's irresponsible for Fortnite to. I mean, you could give the kid like $2,000. He'd be stoked for that. Why do you have to give a 16-year-old that much money?
He already has an Xbox. That's already eaten into.
Okay,
into
so
it. Probably
remember
4
what happened to
different kinds of
Justin
things.
Bieber whenever he was too young and he had too much money? He would like
Oh, you think
buy
this kid's gonna
Ferraris
go
and
Phoebe?
crash them.
You think this guy's gonna go full Biebs and just be caught out in the middle
Or
of Tahiti
is he
with
just-
with
he's-
his wang in the wind?
or
People are gonna be
opposite,
following him around. Just
opposite end of the spectrum. If
he's 16 years
he's spending
old,
that
guys.
much
Don't do
time,
that.
he's spending.
Don't do that.
Get away with it.
How old
If
was
you can-
Biebs when they got that piece?
I don't know. I think he was like
Did you see that picture?
1920.
That was pixelated, but that was real.
Oh, his actual piece.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I don't. I haven't.
You don't?
I'm not familiar
I'll
with
text
what
you
you're
later.
talking
If
about.
your
Anyway,
uncle doesn't text you first.
sweet.
One of you.
No, I think either this kid is gonna make a lot of bad decisions, or he's the kind of person that spends all of his time being good at Fortnite
Well,
so he just is going to stay in his parents' basement.
He obviously spent a whole lot of times. It's so nice that they can actually now afford just a bigger basement to be in.
Oh, you think his parents are going to take a cut of that?
Oh, yeah.
My parents would do that.
He's not going to get grounded. He's going to get fined.
Oh.
It's going to be but again,
he doesn't even pay taxes yet.
The thing
Welcome
that
to the reality.
the thing that you wouldn't the thing that I would find a little bit more interesting is if it was a 40-year-old like fat middle-aged man who actually looked like he came from a basement one. Like this is someone who earned it. Like he doesn't have youth on his side.
He's devoted
a
chapter of his life
There's
to
been
this.
many Fortnite invested in this Fortnite.
I'm also drinking Coors.
I don't know anything about. I've never played Fortnite. Have you played Fortnite?
I have not.
I know
have
the premise of it, but
I know
I've
it's
never
very,
played
very popular. And apparently,
seems very
it's
addicting.
a really good way to get rich. I need to put my kids on it.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, why not?
But you know, it'd be even better if it was like a household mom who hates video games. She's like, I just saw him playing it all the time, and I'm like, you know what? What the heck? I'm gonna get into this.
I'll show him.
I'm gonna show it, and then she just immediately grabs it and energy flows through her fingers. She's like, I'm just good at it. I didn't even know.
And yeah.
And I just annihilate everybody.
She that was her very first time. She won the whole thing.
She's like a prodigy.
She's like, I didn't even
But she's
know.
like a household mom. She's like, we don't play video games in my house.
Whereas Jess is up to her neck.
Yeah. She came in a minivan, and she's like, listen, you can. Here's your fish sticks. Here's your fish crackers. She has a lot of fish-based treats.
Yeah, of course, right.
Here's your Swedish fish. Mommy's going to go ahead and be in this tournament and taking home the key-ish.
That's right, and she did.
Well, she didn't. It was a 16-year-old boy. She probably drove him.
But it was a boy or a girl?
It was a boy.
It was a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah. But, yeah. I think though it's like yeah, I think now maybe people will think twice about letting kids play video games, and specifically violent video
Exactly.
games.
It's like,
there's
hey,
a lot of money that can be made. in
I
this.
mean, exactly. Well, I mean, you can make with the potential to make that much money versus 16 years old. Most people are going off trying to find their first job.
Play as much video games as early as possible,
Right.
because now it's going to be like Pee Wee Soccer. You need
right.
to get as much kids on these violent video games. And maybe there's like a 50-50 shot they'll shoot up a school, but they also might bring in millions of dollars.
That's right. I like those odds.
The
I'm not
50-50?
I'm not good at math.
Well,
but
you're not
I
going
like
to
those
school
odds.
anymore, so
Heads or tails, dude.
let's
Like,
do this.
let's do. All right.
Fortnite, but yeah, that's congratulations to what's his face.
So what's his face? Hey, congrats.
I know, and we'll follow this story closely and see
How it develops.
How it
Because I
develops.
feel like this is not going to be the end of it.
to spend that much money. What would you do with $1 million at 16?
At 16 years
At
old,
16.
I would buy myself a ridiculously overpriced car that wasn't practical, probably.
Ooh.
I would probably.
You know where my mind automatically went? The Blu-ray edition to the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
When you? Oh, you're
I'm like the 16-year-old me. What's the first thing I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get Peter Jackson's trilogy on Blu-ray.
because you couldn't do that with with regular money.
Well, actually, I'll take that back. The first thing I'm gonna do is get a Blu-ray player because my family sure didn't have one.
There we go. That's what I was getting at.
Blu-ray, and then invest the rest.
Invest the rest. Invests.
That's how you do it. $1 million,
Wow.
dude.
What would you do with that now?
$1 million?
$1 million. It'd be easy.
Get myself
It'd be
out
easy.
of it.
Real
Well,
real estate.
Spend half of it on getting myself out of debt.
Oh, I was like, or
Student loans. They didn't teach me Fortnite.
no, $1 million. How many people could you pay to play Fortnite for you? So
Oh, now we're talking.
Or
like,
just or real
that's
estate.
some entrepreneurial stuff.
I think just real estate's a better way.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think also that would
How many
technically be
16-year-olds?
child labor.
How much? 16 pretty close to 18. Not really children anymore.
I don't care how they convinced you. Your uncles, I'm speaking of, how they convinced you that what was happening was okay.
He's like, don't tell your parents.
16, 18,
like,
they almost rhyme.
Just tell my dad that we're in a relationship, you coward. It's like as if Thanksgiving couldn't get possibly more awkward.
You grew up defiant.
Defiant. Well, you know what? I am a what's the expression? I fall in love easily. What's that type of person called? What is
Stupid.
everybody that's listening to this is saying it right now. They're listening to this on their commute or in the wherever with their headphones, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Sean can't even think of da da da. This is ridiculous. I'm not listening to this."
Oh.
Rick, if you're listening to this, please don't unsubscribe.
Text me.
Rick.
Oh man.
I wonder how Rick is doing. 2-star Rick.
2-star Rick? What?
Yeah, the guy that left us a 2-star.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I bet he's back on this. We need to throw some more bait out there in conspiracy theory land.
That's right.
But I'm.
Oh, should we address that really quick?
Oh, yes,
So whenever we had the most humble gentleman himself, Tom DeLonge, come on our podcast as a guest, it quickly became one of our most popular podcast episodes to date.
Basically viral.
Pretty much overnight. Like
yeah, I think we're almost to 100.
in the noisy business
space.
hits. Like there's only a couple that have gotten that close. So
Yeah, I think we're almost ready to monetize, guys.
I think we're ready.
Call up MTV.
I called
and
MTV.
Viagra.
I called.
They want to get on this. Listen, we come up with taglines all the time. I just said that naturally.
That's right.
You want to jump on this?
I want to jump on this.
Take the blue pill.
Whenever you are wearing your business side of the noisy business attire, you're wearing your tie and your vest, and
That's what I do.
I'm sure you've got a sock or something stuffed in there because it's looking unnaturally bulky.
Ooh.
But I'm not saying to
I do
stop
keep
doing
I do
whatever you're
keep
doing.
several roll of quarters in my back pocket.
in your back pocket.
Oh, you're not talking about how lumpy my butt is?
No, I'm talking about your front butt.
Oh, that front butt.
that bulky front butt. You know.
You know, not enough people talk about that.
Are you like CrossFitting or something? Why is it so bulky? Why is it so? Why is
CrossFit
so tone and bulky?
Okay,
at
guys,
the same time?
guys are live.
My penis has been CrossFitting.
Viagra actually has been sponsoring this entire time.
We put them in our drinks and woo.
Oh, I threw some into some Coors, fed it to my cat, and that's all she wrote.
Coors, the banquet beer, if you want to give your cat the erection of his life.
What?
It's like, I don't need pills for that, sir. It's like, I can give a cat an erection all on my own.
I don't need no pills to get that phallic feline frenzy.
Dude, you know how easy it is to get a cut sprung, bro? Do you know? I don't know. I know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no one should really know. You should go to jail if you know.
You should go to jail if you don't. No, I never owned a cat, so man, no.
Oh, you're all about that dog D.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's all about that dog D. So
We've all seen that little red rocket puppet.
That'd be a podcast. Red Rocket, the title of it.
Red Rocket, the podcast.
Not having a dog.
And is it all about? Is
boned
it
up.
all about just how turned on you are by your pet dogs
I hope not.
or your bro dogs? Dude,
This podcast is dark today.
yeah, this is a weird episode.
This is still. If anyone's still around, please like and subscribe and rate us on iTunes.
We promise
and all
the
that.
next episode will be a little more less strange.
But you know what? It's talking about strange things and strange shows. Actually, the next segment that we're gonna be doing is Brayton's got a bone to throw. Usually, I like to talk a little bit about things that might be.
Oh wait, I remember
bothering me.
the song though. So if you're ready,
All right. Okay.
Brayton's
Brayton's got a bone to throw. I see where we went wrong there.
You know what it said? Bone to pick. He's got a bone to pick, and he's figuring out that it's pretty thick. So he's got some things that he's got on his mind. Man, you are botching this.
I am sorry. I wasn't
Man.
there when you wrote it, but apparently every time we gotta try and figure it out.
suck at singing songs together.
So here's a question. I asked this.
All right.
I asked this to everybody. Do you know who Jesse Plemons is?
Jesse P, dude. Yeah, we go way back.
Oh, really? Hey,
Yeah.
that's great.
That person
Otherwise,
is one of my favorite people.
it's true. But if you were to just look at him, and I asked this on Instagram and got 100% feedback. He's otherwise known as Fat Damon.
Fat Damon.
Fat Damon. Jesse Plemons, he is his own actor, guys. But he just kind of looks like an overweight Matt Damon.
He looks like
He's-
Matt Damon after a few 100 dozen sandwiches.
Like after a couple 6 Coors.
Yeah.
You want to look like Fat
The
Damon,
resemblance,
take a couple of
the
Coors.
resemblance is uncanny. They are very.
Listen, he's been in his own movies. Like he's been in Ocean's 36 by 32. He's been in Downsizing or trying to.
But he's not able to because he's got a weight gain problem.
He's in.
I get it.
He's in the Bourne Ultimate Cheeseburger. the Bourne Supreme Taco. I don't know why you guys keep confusing it. He's his own actor. Come on, guys.
Stop making jokes about
Jesse
him.
Plemons.
Jesse Plemons.
He's
dude.
not Fat Damon. I just want to throw him a bone and let him know that I am aware of his masterful film Rounders.
Oh.
Yeah. That one's a little more subtle.
That was.
little less
Yeah,
on the
people
nose.
would be like. People would
Sorry,
be like,
what?
Matt Damon is in a movie called.
No, it's because fat people are usually round.
Yes, but no, they're trying to think of the movie that is similar to that
Yeah.
Matt Damon was in.
Yeah, but he's in. He's actually a pretty cool, legit actor. He's in Tag, the movie.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it.
What? Okay, well, I mean, it's pretty fun.
Okay.
But this dude deserves his own lane, and
But we did a poll though.
we did, and 100% of people said it was Fat Damon.
Oh, man,
I put
heartbreaking.
his actual name, Jesse Plemons. I said, "Who's this?" And I
picture of his
said,
face. Nice
and
man.
then pulled it. Jesse Plemons or Fat Damon, 100% Fat Damon. So apparently, legally now has to change his name,
Oh,
according to this poll.
is his first name Fat? His first name is gonna be Fat.
His first name is gonna be Fat.
Hi, I'm Fat.
And everyone's like, "You're not too bad.
That's
You're not too bad.
That's
I
my
mean,
name,
you're
you
no
guys.
Matt Damon.
You're
But you're not that
just like
bad.
a overweight Matt Damon. He's like, why couldn't it just be like bulky Damon or something? He's like,
Why
it had to
ca-
be Fat Damon.
Why couldn't it be like Bruce Damon, just like a brother? Like you look like you could be related to Matt
That's
Damon.
right, yeah.
But no, it's like no.
We're going for the
Listen,
kill on this one.
He's like, the first time that I realized that I may have had a weight problem was when someone grabbed my elbow and said, "Hey Matt, you doing okay?" And from then on, I knew that my rules became very specific.
I think no, but you had a really good point though. I think he needs to just go for these parody movies at this point. He needs to go for that Bourne Supreme Taco, the Bourne Ultimate Cheeseburger.
Listen,
he needs to just own it.
Jesse, call us up. Or, sorry, Fat, call us up.
Fat.
We'll produce this. We got big Coors and Viagra money now.
That's right.
Just a disclaimer.
It's not a lot of money. It's just because of the Viagra, it's a big
We got a bone to
situation.
pick with them?
No, I'm just saying.
No, we don't. That's why we need you, Viagra. Come on.
The erection money hasn't come in yet.
If a Viagra is not delivered within 2 to 3 business days, you're not getting those 3 hours.
Ooh.
That's a disclaimer
blackmail.
for
That's
it.
blackmail on Black Tot Day.
Oh, that's right.
So
Black
kid,
Tot.
I'm sorry. I've been looking at this small batch bourbon bottle. What is this?
That's Elijah Craig small batch Kentucky Straight bourbon whiskey, and
Okay.
it's pretty delicious. We'll have to try it on another day, but it's mucho delicioso.
Delicioso.
But yeah, guys, this has been a pretty up and down podcast. We're still kind of working it out, but I think we're doing all right. And
Let's just say we're doing better than Fat Damon.
we're doing better than Fat Damon, who's just popping blue pills and sucking on Coors.
It's like an encore. Hey, more power to you.
And
But
guys-
that will kill you.
Guys,
So please
and
stop.
I wanted to let you know that on this Avocado Day, I hope you went to Chipotle and got some extra guac for free.
And I hope you're
I'm
drinking
saving
some
you-
rum.
Guys, mash some avocados and drink some rum.
Mash
Prevent that
avocados
scurvy.
and rum,
You know
dude.
what? Maybe prevent your protect yourself from scurvy
Say
and suck on
prevention?
a lemon a little bit.
Prevention?
Prevention.
Oh,
Prevention yourself. If you want to prevention yourself, make sure to drink Coors because nobody wants to be a friend.
I think we've
Have we really
we've
run
met
that?
the quote of how many
how many
times we
times
can
we're gonna
say
talk about
Coors
Coors?
until we need to be paid.
No,
So,
all right,
All right.
That's
All-
enough free ones for you. So,
all right,
guys,
Coors. The ball's in their court.
the ball's in.
You have 4 days.
You have 4.
No,
You
it's
have
Wednesday.
4
You
days.
got 3 days.
You got 3 days.
We do accept Venmo and
Venmo, if
Cash
you can
App.
find us, Cash App. I will also take handouts in the street.
oh yes,
Um,
as will I.
as will you. You are still homeless, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. This is the only air conditioning you felt. all
No,
week.
you said you said, all right, we're gonna be recording on video, so wear the nicest thing you have.
Yeah.
And you have your tie.
I'm
and-
clearly a put together individual.
That's right. I've got a.
Otherwise known as business.
Well, I got.
You're living
This is a Santa
loud,
Cruz
noisy
shirt that I got in Santa Cruz, California.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were that.
Yep, stole
wealthy.
it, 'cause I-
Jeez
no,
Louise, get
no.
all the way out there.
No, all the way up
I thought you were
north.
like, I bought this at a thrift store. Someone has gone to Santa Cruz.
Yeah, that's right. No, in Santa Cruz, I got it as my city souvenir thingy.
Oh, very
So
nice.
something to remember them by.
All
right.
right. Well, guys, this is going to be the wrap up of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. And if you can be sure to rate and review us on iTunes or any platform that you're listening to this on, we're the Noisy Business Podcast. Stay noisy.